I don't even know how to explain this. So, welcome to Lacey's Flash Games. So, for context for about Lacey's Flash Games, because I've said it before as like a joke, it's all fake. As far as I know, it was all fake up until recently. It was just this thing made by some person named Ghost Tundra on YouTube, who, by the way, her profile picture is like whatever this cat is. This thing looks so goddamn cute, but also like freaky at the same time. But that's what you get with this person: is you get a style that's both incredibly adorable and also terrifying in like a this is an unsettling, non-real, like a very unreal feeling way. So the entire Lacey's Flash Games sort of discography was fake, and she made these videos in the same vein as like Petscop or, you know, I guess Marble Hornets, but like Marble Hornets spawned the game, whereas Petscop was a game. Sort of showing off this fake game and showing off the weird, terrible things that she found in it. And it got really popular like 2 or 3 years ago, and then I thought that was it, and I thought it was just gonna be like Petscop, just a fake experience. And then it became real. So now, if you go to her Steam page, which is crazy, there's actually a new page for Lacey's Flash Games. So there's actually going to be a full release at some point, and we're going to be playing the demo of this today. But I need to give you context by watching at least the first two videos in this series of videos made for this. So again, it's good, chat, that you cracked your teeth, right? It's incredibly good. Because that feeling of pain, in a way, distracts you from the fear and the horror that you're about to see, right? Wait, your crack is not visible to other people. It cracked from the back, so only you feel it. That's even better. Because just like this game, outside is that veneer of normalcy and like happiness. But inside your body, it's your life sucks. Your life sucks. So we're only gonna watch the first two because you should watch the rest of it yourself. And it's actually a full playlist. So if I link this, I'm pretty sure it gives you the full playlist link. I'm pretty sure. And you can go check it out yourself. It's very fascinating. When I watched it, it is a bit terrifying and like creepy. You don't want to go like and watch it late at night. You do want to watch it during the day, because if you watch it late at night, you will be a little bit freaked out. I couldn't sleep for a bit, but that's because I'm very like I'm a screamer. You will know how I am. Okay, so we're gonna see what this is. And mind you, some of these go pretty far. Like there's the disgusting rabbit hole. There's Lacey's pet shop. There's the behind the scenes stuff. There's a lot of things actually. There's even a fake sort of like there's even a fake website for it almost. It's actually very interesting. You have to go to the dentist, but knowing them, you'll get an appointment in 3 months. 3 months. Wait, so I'll ask you about your like dentist stuff later. I just want to watch these first. Okay, and again, that's how it starts off with, okay? And it gives this veneer, and I want you to really focus on the fact that it really does feel like the old school Flash games. Like if I go to Newgrounds and I sort by like oldest, and I go back to like the 2000s era, like the late 2000s, and I look at the dress up games that weren't hentai, this is basically the feeling of the game. Why was every dress up game on Newgrounds a hentai game? Oh, sorry. Maybe I should read this. I forgot there's no written narration. So basically, it starts off like this, okay? And it's like, okay, now you have to choose how to dress her up, okay? So Lacey has a busy day. It's your bog standard opening for like a dress up game. How about we just skim through it, because I think it's a bit better. And you play the game, and you gotta choose her outfit for a picnic at the park, okay? So it's I forget that she's like mostly naked. It's fine. And then you go to a picnic at the park at the very end. Right? And so when you go to the picnic at the park, it's all nice and handy. It's all nice and dandy. And then in the corner, you see something. Do you see that shit? It's very, 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 very Petscopy in that way. Like it's all about those like tiny details that you don't see, that you don't really pay attention to, because the frame of it is very, very nice and happy. But even then, I think even within the context of the game, if you ignored this part over here, it would still be a bit creepy, because everything involves like real grass. And I don't know if you've ever stepped outside, but when you see reality, like the reality looks a lot creepier than you imagine. Like reality looks weird. There's nothing there, Mrs. Streamer. Right? There's nothing there at all. And whatever that thing is, too, it says "I love you, Lacey." So again, if you look at it very carefully, and you can actually see this based on the amount of playtime on the video. This is one of the most popular places to click on the thing. And so now we dress up to go to the shopping mall. Okay, so she has to go to the shopping mall. She gets a little phone call. What?
Lacey, did you see my stacks, Lacey? I can't wait to meet up, Lacey. I want to have a good time tonight with you, Lacey. Tonight. Bye-bye.
See how creepy that is? See how weird that is? Why does this remind you of Breaking Bad? It's because of the phone quality. It's because of the phone quality. Yeah, it's when any of the characters do like a phone call for because Breaking Bad used phone calls as like a major moment every single like quite often within Breaking Bad a lot of major moments are like done over phone calls, and even in a way culminating with, and this is maybe spoilers, but it's like 10 years old now. Culminating in the death of Gus. Is that his name? Gus Fring? Like, wait, was he on the phone, or am I misremembering? No, he wasn't on the phone. It was he was a wheelchair guy with the bell, and the guy was ringing the bell, and he's like, nah, and then he walks out with half his face gone. Sorry. Well, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very phone heavy show. So the phone call's done. There's somebody outside our window staring at us, at Lacey. And we gotta dress her up to get ready to go to the mall. And again, this is all fake. Like, somebody made this, and somebody built all of this just to make this scene. And you can see that the UI of the game also breaks too. Like, the UI of the game falls apart. And then she just says, please help. He's going to kill me. And there's no context for this. So that effect is way more pronounced if you're in headphones. If you're in speaker, it doesn't hit as well. But if you're in headphones, it does that. You know that like stupid soundboard thing that people used to do, where they would like soundboard you, and it'd be like fake knocking. Same concept there. And now you have to dress her up to go outside. You have to dress her up to get her. There's a gift on her doorstep. And this is sort of why today has a content warning. A lot of this stuff is actually genuinely gruesome. This is a piece of media that's not afraid to show the gruesomeness of things.
I'm here. Did you get my gift, Lacey? Did you like it? I'm here. Open the door, my darling. Open the door. Open the fucking door!
And this is a terrifying concept to go through. It's genuinely a terrifying situation. Because I know many, many women in my life who have had to deal with this type of thing. This idea of somebody stalking them, following them, harassing them the entire time. And this game, and in particular this starting video, playing with that idea, and playing with the idea of like the dress-up scene with it, making it real, making Lacey a real person who's in danger. And then gore warning. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. This takes it to its logical extreme of what happens when you have a stalker who's completely unhinged and wants you to die. Walter, what did you do? Oh, good old Walter. I ate her remains so that we would be together forever. I love you, Lacey. And this is how the entire thing started. So this is... Again, this came out of nowhere. I remember finding this two or 3 years ago, and I was like, this came out of fucking nowhere. And nobody knew anything about it. It just came out of nowhere, and it was like terrifying. And I was like, what is this? And then, yeah, they just kept on going down this train. But the reason why I love it so much is because it has a horror, again, that has that feeling of treating something that's unreal, a video game character, making them feel real, and making you feel like the consequences of your actions are real. It's why I said, in the pre-stream, it's a bit of a mix of whatchamacallit, Undertale in the way that like it makes your consequences feel real, as well as something like Petscop, where it's a virtual game at the same time, and where it sort of like plays with the idea of breaking down the fourth wall. It's a very fascinating take on it. That doesn't make sense though. Forever, you'll poop them out. SMH. Well, maybe that's what he wants, right? The nutrients will stay with him forever unless he dies. This is the second one. So again, this is a series of Flash games, and the best part about this too, one of the best parts about this too is that the creator, you could tell that they grew up on Newgrounds because they somehow captured the career path of a Flash game developer. Like you go from, because every Flash game developer starts with the dress up game because you just need to draw assets for the most part. And I felt like most people who did Flash stuff were mainly artists versus programmers. Then they move on to the diner stuff because food games are cool. And by this time, around this time, Dynadash was the shit. Like Dynadash was amazing. Facebook games were like just popping off, and like there were tons of Dynadash clones. So we're seeing the sort of natural progression of a Flash game dev before Flash died. And yeah, there's a lot of very things you should be careful of. But that's why I started today with the David Lynch clip. To get you into the mood. Hey guys, I wanted to show you a very weird secret ending I found in one of those old Lacey Flash games. Circle _ circle 2 sweat marks semicolons. That's how you know that they grew up on the internet. They do emojis like I do. I found it in the Flash archive site and felt nostalgic because okay. An ending that you've never seen. Boom. Okay, well basically it's just a game about, cooking food. And, what happens when you time it out and you wait too long to do anything?
That's it. Can you please get me? That's it.
What did she say?
Can you please get me? That's it. Can you please get me? That's it.
It's hard to tell what she like says. But anyway, so you do all this stuff, and you're supposed to. The thing is, you're supposed to wait until the time runs out in the game or something. It's like a fake thing. And because the time is running out, things are going very, very bad. And oh no, on day 1, there's no more time left. Stroganoff with baked rice. But yeah, if you just go through it normally, then you play. But then the thing that they like, it's hard to sort of explain these videos because just watching them, you have to watch it like a let's play, but it's not really a let's play; it's a fake let's play. But it's basically it's injecting all of this lore into the game and showing you what happens when you break the rules of the game. Like, again, it's the same concept of Petscop, where it's like you play the game normally, nothing really feels out of place. But when you play the game and you start to play around with it, and you start to examine it, and you play it as if this person is real, and you make them, do the worst choices, you see the consequences of your actions, which is scary. Spooky. So now we run out of time. Lacey's running out of time to cook her food. And I'm sorry, I forgot how funny that sounded like. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. Like, she's dying. Sorry, it just sorry. It just sounds like it sounds like a hamster or something. I don't know. Anyway, so you took too long, and the customers have all left. And what? Oh yeah, and right. And then you go outside to the store, and it's all empty now. But basically, this is the type of thing that we're going to be playing today, okay? I'm not going to show you any more because I think a lot of the joy of this comes from watching these on your own and looking at all the details and dissecting what happens. To be fair, a lot of it is very much on the nose. It's like very, very heavy with how much it places on you immediately. Like there's not a lot of imagination that you need to get the full effect of it. You just need to be in a dark room at night to feel it. But now we actually get access to the game itself because there's a demo for it now, which I'm launching right now. And hopefully it launches and doesn't crash my PC because my PC is a bit unstable. And so now we actually get to do that to Lacey, which in a way is pretty fucked up if you think about it. Like, why would you do this to Lacey? And why would you go through all of this? If only because it's so interesting and you want to see it for yourself. There's a bit of a inhumanity in sort of that statement and in sort of the reason why we do this, right? But I think that's interesting. But and just even knowing that it's going to be real though, right? I think it's interesting because it's a whole universe of stuff that you can play with, and there's a lot of angles they could go for. So I'm curious to see what this ends up feeling like and playing like, because do you go the way of something like Petscop, where it's very much a fake virtual reality? Do you go the way of like something that... Oh,
This isn't gonna hurt.
okay. Oh,
I know.
yeah, relax my face.
I was just thinking.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit. I forgot about a paper that was due tomorrow.
This is the creator, by the way.
Huh? Well, girl, there's no turning back now.
What?
College. She was thinking about college. And here I thought she was dumbfounded by my genes.
Uh-huh.
Hello? Testing. Hey, you made it through.
I didn't... Okay, of all the things that I could have expected, I didn't expect this. Do you see the window, actually? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, whatever... OBS didn't like that. Okay, OBS does not like that. I don't know what's going on, actually. It's like, oh god. Oh god. OBS did not like that at all. You know what? It's because it's got like a weird window. How about this? I'll show you my entire desktop, because I don't know otherwise how to make this work. So I need to hide things. My desktop. Uh-oh. Oh, my computer doesn't like this.
Welcome to the Lacey game site. Or whatever is left of it.
Uh-oh.
Anyway.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Sorry. Okay, I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. Not gonna lie, it's probably impossible to buy this bad of a mic these days. Yeah. That's like they went through a lot of effort to try and sell the feeling of whatever this is. They went through a lot of effort to make it feel real. I don't think it's a Bitcoin miner. I think it's because every game doesn't limit itself on FPS. So I'm gonna do this thing. I need to limit the game myself on FPS, because I think what happens is it just runs at full speed and it kills my GPU. I've had this problem multiple times with multiple games. Usually demos, because they don't have the full option set. And every single time that's fixed it. I mean, the Root Trees I did had this problem too, where I didn't cap the FPS, and so it just killed my GPU. So I'm gonna do that now. My bad. I didn't realize that was gonna happen. It's too well optimized. Cap. I mean, that's the thing, right? Because if it's too much, it will just take everything. It will just take everything until there's nothing left. So I need to add a program. I don't know why the other one doesn't work. We'll go to this folder, and we'll just cap the FPS at like a good 60, maybe even 20. Let's go 60. All right, 60. Lacey Splash Game demo. Add this. I can't believe the NVIDIA app works with this. CUDA GPUs. Yeah, sure. DLSS override. Don't do that. Max. Here we go. Max FPS 58. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and then VSync. Off. Yeah, VSync off. Let's try that again. It's not the game's fault. It's just whenever I alt tab from games like this, they shit the bed and they break everything. It's not the game's fault. It's just the way that I think things like this work. I'm pretty sure it's just the way that these things work. Okay, well, now all the settings don't show up anymore. Wait, no, it does. Okay, good. Let's try it again. And I've had this problem multiple times. Not just with Lacey games. There's been multiple games that go through this. But maybe this too, just because this does open a separate window. So let me try this as well. Let me try this capture method by giving you my entire desktop. Because maybe that's the better way of doing it. Warning! I know what you're about to see is strange, given the subject matter of the game. But I want you to know, I'm not sorry. There's a lot to explain. There's a lot to explain. Look, just don't worry. Is it with a full screen this actually? I guess not, eh? Look, just don't ask. Look, you want cropping? We're used to it. As long as I don't move the window, this should be fine. And if there we go, perfect. And if I go like this, and go like this, there we go.
Right now, just relax the face. This isn't gonna hurt.
I know. I was just thinking.
I wonder.
Oh, shit.
I wonder why it plays like this, or like why it goes into this feeling of a person in their class assignment
There's no turning back now.
storyline. Because there's the one thing about this where
She was thinking about college.
every video on it
And here I
only
thought
really
she was
shows Lacey
dumbfounded by
and
it.
what her games and like what the Lacey games are, and not really the people behind it. So I'm curious to see
Hello?
where this goes. But now you see this portion.
Hey, you made it through.
Yes, I did make it through. Okay, good.
Welcome to the Lacey game site, or whatever is left of it. Anyway. Now, Charlie, or never remains. Whatever happens, just remember. You were the one who wanted it, and therefore you can sue me for anything you might see or expose me there. Okay? We're signing on it.
I will say the volume is very, very low.
And by the way, if by chance the experimental intervirtual machine spontaneously catches on fire and immolates you, well, that was also in your contract. All your choice.
I'm curious why this is here.
Right, so Lacey. Wait, why are there only 2 games saved in here? Where did all the other ones go? Oh well, maybe connecting someone's mind directly into the digital world messes some things alright. As long as it doesn't mess your brain. Hey, why don't you start exploring them? You wanted to find answers, right? Well, now thanks to my cool-ass high-tech machine, LaceyGames.com is right here in front of you and all around you.
This is tech opera. I'm sorry, I just have to say it. This is like tech opera. This is okay. I will say the intro to this. It feels a lot like what happens when, like, this is in a way this follows perfectly the trajectory of every Flash game developer, where they start out with a dress-up game, they go to the diner game, they continue to make other short casual games, they make their one serious game, and then they do self-inserts.
Paralyzed by fear? Why, let me help you, girl. Why don't we open up Lacey's world first? You remember that one, right? It's time to play some Flash games!
But at the same time, I kind of like it. It adds a certain charm to it. It adds this like very weird, whimsical, wow. It adds a very whimsical sort of charm to it that feels a lot like you are hanging out and seeing this old website. Because again, it's based off of this idea of a fake website, or fake platform of things. So it totally makes sense why it would be like this. Because it's trying to make this, it's trying to give you the feeling of you exploring some old space that is no longer there. So we're gonna hide Grace in the corner. Like, yeah, like that. That's good. We're gonna hide it there in the corner. About us, entertaining girls since 2004. We're Rocio Yani and Grace Aesop, together the founders of Yaniaso Games. As video game lovers, we want to create a safe space for kids to play all of our games with the beloved Lacey and her friends. And again, these games aren't real. These people are real, but the games aren't real. Miscellaneous Fun has this. This really does feel like an old website. It feels like incredibly crusty. Which is... Lacey and the Jammers MP3, Lacey and the Jammers MP3.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, this whole thing does feel crusty. Like it really does feel like an exploration of an older platform. Fan space, an entertaining girl since 2004 fan space. You can send your fan art over to us on Lacey fan mail at hotmail.com. You'll choose the coolest one every week for you to feature. Actually, I think this website's real, or like the fan site is real in the sense of like, it is like a real fake fan site that they made by themselves for their own thing. I think. It's submitted by Carrie H8. Jay has said that she thinks your art is cool. He did a sick ollie. Submitted by Kawaii Art. Submitted by Jenny age 9. Honestly, you should just give up. This is utter fucking trash. Did you really have the courage to send this over? You thought Lacey would like it? Well, she doesn't. In fact, she hates it. It's only displayed here so other kids can laugh at your terrible work. Never draw again. Yeah, let's play Lacey's wardrobe. So again, the thing that we saw within the video. So again, this is why I showed you the video to give you some context, right? Because everything that we're going to be seeing is presumably a recreation of what we saw, but maybe not to the same degree. Maybe it's even going to be a little bit more evolved from what the video showed initially 2 years ago. How do you? Wow, this is really just a dress-up game, huh? It really is just a dress-up game. I don't know, like how? I don't like Twin Tails. I'm gonna say this. I think Twin Tails is weak. Buttons are great. I think buttons look very, very cute on most people. This cut is extremely hard to maintain, but if you can pull it off, it works. But when you add a twin tail on top of it, it doesn't work. What is all of this? Maybe this is just a normal dress-up game now. I will also say that skirts like this don't work well on most people. I will say that maybe stuff like this, this is the best look. Yeah, let's go to the picnic at the park. Oh wait, no, there's one more, but with like ears. I think that for the picnic, sure. So we see the same thing in the corner. Maybe watching the video was a bit of a spoiler for what we're going to like see, right? Because I wonder how much it deviates from that formula of what we saw within the video. Which, to be fair, you don't really want to deviate too much, at least for the initial stuff, because maybe the latest stuff can expand on it. And presumably, there's a lot more that they're going to do with it, with this concept of a character who's in this like fucked up space, right? We'll do a bun, do a casual going to the mall look here. It's actually the exact same as the video.
Lacey, did you see my text, Lacey? I can't wait to meet up, Lacey. I want you. Let's try tonight. Let's feel Lacey. Tonight. Bye-bye.
This is fascinating to sort of see come to life. Like there's a holy moly that is loud. There is a certain like if you ever watched Petscop or something, right? Or you watch these things and you do wonder what happens when it comes to life. I do sort of forget that the pacing of the thing itself is made not for the player, but for the video. And so in a way, it's like the thing that you see and that you experience is made to be viewed and not necessarily experienced. Like it's fascinating. Because here, I see this like, I feel this weird disconnect, whereby what I'm seeing makes total sense in a video form, where you're watching somebody fake playing it, right? In the same way that like Petscop has somebody fake playing it. Or like, you know, obviously this has somebody fake playing it. And when I'm playing it, I realize like, having watched it, maybe I spoiled myself, but also maybe the pace isn't really matching sort of what I expected from this experience. And maybe in my head I was thinking and hoping maybe that the pace would be a little bit different. To its own taste almost, or like specifically made for the play of it. But this is playing out exactly the way that we saw in the thing, so. Now we get to see her die. There's a gift on your doorstep. It's the exact same gift. And it makes me wonder, actually, because in the video, right, it looks like a real game. Maybe she just made it a real game in the first place. Like, there's a very good chance that she made it a real game in the first place. And this is just a port of the ones that we've seen. And so it's like the ones that we're going to see later, those are the ones that are going to have sort of the more unknown and like the more tailored towards playing mechanics within them, if that makes sense, right? If she's gonna die, she'd better look cool for it. You know, put on your combat boots, put on your little hat. Hi, Lacey. What have you done? Oh wait, it's slightly different. There's more art of her body being dismembered in various places. And the dismemberment follows a better order because her legs going first makes sense versus her like head. He gained eyes. Why did he just gain eyes? Eyes all of a sudden. I ate her remains so that we'll be together forever. I love you, Lacey. Okay, maybe there's slight differences.
Charming, isn't it? Some kids must still see the guy's face in their dreams.
Charming, huh?
You can thank Rosu for that. Seriously? What's her damage? It's as if traumatizing little kids was her hobby or something?
I mean, did you see the response to that 9-year-old?
Some parent lawsuits are still going on to this day.
I didn't know that this was American.
I guess only Lacey's pet shop showing up for now. So there's that to explore. When you're ready. Well, hopefully you have a good stomach on you.
Let's go to the pet shop. I didn't show you the pet shop video, but I know the pet shop video. So I'm curious to see how far the pet shop video goes, right? So the pet shop video is a bit interesting in that you kind of play with this idea of the various animals and you see sort of what's wrong with these animals and you sort of tailor them to whatever you want. I didn't know that there's a scrolling down thing. Macy. Star Girl Maisie is smart and knows all about astrology and astronomy. She loves reading a good book and teaching her friends cool space facts as well as their horoscope. Lacey. Lacey is a fun-loving girl. Why do I keep saying girl? Who loves a good adventure. She can be a bit of an airhead sometimes, but she's very determined and has lots of friends. She really likes fashion and to listen to all of her favorite songs in an MP3 player. Jay. Who's Jay? Skate Jay is always down to go out with friends. She's cool and always with some type of wheels. She also loves rock music, and everyone calls her a tomboy. She loves that. I can click on this. Well, it has the icon of me being able to click on it, but I can't do anything. 20 times on the dog. What? 20 times on the dog. Oh, this is for the pet shop game. Let's run a little pet shop. Lacey has one of the most famous pet shops in town. So this is the third video that I didn't show you. People come from all over to buy their perfect little furry companion, and it'll be your job to help her today. Instructions. Listen to the client's animal demands, and use the items on the bottom row to customize them and get them all ready for their new loving homes. Remember, the animals from Lacey's pet shop should always be perfect for their new owners. Good luck. Next. I would like a clean, cute, playful pup, please. So, click 20 times on the dog was what it said, apparently. What? I'm sorry, what was the jump scare? What was the jump scare? His face changed and he looked funny. That's it. That's it. His face just changed and looked funny. But maybe this is saying that this person is the dog now. Maybe they're saying that they're the dog and they're stuck within like a dog's body. Oh wait, maybe I can do it anywhere. Can I do it here? Clicking as fast as I can. As you may have noticed, I'm a pop star, the best of the best. So don't make me wait. I want a purple cat with striking eyes and lots of personality. Okay, purple eyes and striking personality. Sure, I'll give you a little cat. Striking eyes and a lovely personality. Sure. Okay. Wow, what a beautiful cat. You're welcome. Yo, I want a budgie. I don't like how colorful they are. Yuck, can you fix that? Thanks. I knew somebody who like said this about their bird, where they were getting annoyed of them, and they were like, I'm gonna take your feathers away, and but like it was like a joke. But I imagine that the bird understands it and is now afraid of them. Give me one of those rare French hamsters with a long neck. A long, long neck. What? Oh my god, it's been squeezed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we keep doing the neck. Oh, I see. So we keep on doing the neck. Let me stretch it. Who's next? Turtle. But I want it to have teeth so it can smile at me. Sure. I'll put glue in its mouth. Sure. Uh-huh. Let's... Next. I want a bunny but with none of those ears and tail and leg things. They're distracting. None of the tails, ears, and legs things. I want to get rid of everything. Oh my god. Next. It's a dog! It's the weird fucked up dog! Hey! Nightmares come and nightmares go. Oh. Hey, you know what? This is totally new. I don't remember this. So, what is all this? Should I try speaking to it? I won't let you pass. This is the most awful day ever. I was chasing a bird and the bird stole my skin. It hurt, so I hurt others. Cat skeleton. Enter the house or go left? What is this? There it is. I should grab it from its beak. That's a cat's skin. Here you go. Oh, wait, that's so kind of you. I'm cute again. Are you? Sorry for being so moody. Meow bad. You may pass. I can enter now. Yeah, this is new. This is actually completely new to me. At least maybe I don't remember the third video. But how pretty. Who painted this? It's going backwards. I feel like it's crawling. I feel like crawling inside of it. Please click it. Why did I click the cage? Why did I go inside the cage? Yes, I know. No one forced me back inside. But this pain just hurts so comfortably. What? What do you mean this pain? What do you mean no one forced you back inside? Oh, I found a key in the middle of it. Oh. Uh-huh. Pigs. The dining pigs. Wow. This really does feel like somebody's warped image. I've always known from the moment you first touched me to when I found myself. What? Door is locked. Not anymore. Uh-huh. Let's go to room 1. What's inside the room 1 over here?
But it never was real. It was just a bizarre story that somehow happened to my life. But it never was real. But I had this dream that was so real. I dreamed that it was me and another that we killed 2 years ago. That's my story.
Is that a real video? I was thinking of getting a cat this time. Yes. A small, fluffy kitten. I really, really want a cat. What are we seeing? This is Lacey's dreams. What she wanted. We would do all sorts of stuff together. Like getting ice cream. Huh? I could have some right now. I'm so hungry right now. It's been days. I'm sorry, it's just... I didn't mean to laugh, sorry. But I just can't leave. I can't. He's still under the bed. He'll look at me. What? But after all of this is over, maybe I could also go shopping. I could go to a record store and buy CDs of my favorite songs. I will have so much fun. be so fun. I'll listen to them all day long. My sweet little doggy, my little angel, I couldn't take them. You can hurt me all you'd like, but you weren't allowed to take it away from me. I'll let you rot? I feel like the effect is being lost on me. Not because it's a bad effect necessarily. I think this would work. One, it's not full screen, so you can't see this. I'm gonna show you what I see. I see an ankle. Okay, so it's kind of lost on me, the effect. Two, the dog looks exactly like my friend's dog, which is like a mop dog, and so I'm not afraid of it. Like it's been disarmed in my mind. It doesn't strike fear in me. It simply makes me laugh at it because it is weak and defenseless, right? Just like Missy is, just like my Chihuahua is, okay? They're simply weak and defenseless and they have no way to survive in the world. Therefore, they cannot hurt me. And then to see the eyes like blacked out as if it's like a murderer or something, it's not worked on me, but it is interesting. It's always filled with blood in horror games, but this is just lemonade. I've tasted it. I'm not afraid of myself. Let's just look for a little bit. Yeah, I look great. I'm Lacey. Yeah, you're Lacey. You look cool. Uh-huh. This is such a game. I'm sorry. Uh-huh. Hello, child. Do you like playing in your computer? I see what this is going for. I see what this is going for. It's going for this idea of the real world being put into a virtual sense. It's go back. Wait, what? Why? I don't want to. Let me stay here. Oh, we're doing it again. Oh, oops. Can I go back actually? What the hell did you just tune into? Lacey Games. Lacey's Flash Games. The most family-friendly dress-up games for girls. Real girl games. It's just a lot of the wording in this just feels like memes, so it's kind of hard for me not to laugh. I'm so sorry. I think the problem is that, like, when you say this is such a game, it feels like somebody saying that as a meme to almost make fun of what you're doing or what you're playing. This is such a game. Like, it's the game of all games, right? It feels almost like sarcastic. Why do those weird things attached to that girl look like eye floaties? That's because they are eye floaties. Actually, chat, there's nothing on screen. Your vision's just going bad. You're suffering vision loss. You have to go to the doctor now. I didn't mean to click on it again. But it's interesting to sort of see all this. You know what this is? It's not bad. But I think the problem is that, like, because everything is here, it's sort of hard to... It's hard to get into the moment of feeling like everything that's going on.
Eyes open,
What?
staring at your eyes on the sea. You breathed into me for years, a flame that eats at my bones. Not one day goes by in which I don't smell your skin, as if it was my own, and would you rip it out of me. But I'm a silly little girl that believes in lies.
Ugh.
That I can be just as happy as them. So I'll let myself die again.
Ugh.
For it has always been just a game in the end.
I don't remember any of this from the videos. So this does seem new. like net new for the game. But again, within this small window, within all of this, with the way that the audio is very hard to hear, it's very quiet.
Holy
And with this person
shit,
just staring at me the
this-
entire time, it's kind of hard to get into the feeling of everything that's going on while this person is here. At the ceiling, not on the ceiling. Yeah, unless my eyes are on the ceiling, then that's concerning. They
You
probably
look
are.
pale in real life. Just so you know.
I mean, you shouldn't take it. It's this. I'm sorry. There's just something funny about you, chat, correcting the game's words when like, it's not a mistranslation or something. I think they specifically mean that because it's meant to be like a horror aspect. It's not. Well, actually, your eyes can only look at the ceiling. They can't be on the ceiling because they're attached to your face. Your eyes stay within your sockets. There's no way that they could be on the ceiling. Haha, silly game. This is such a silly game. Hee hee. That's what it sounds like. I'm sorry. I just have to let you know that you're ruining it more than I am. Oh man, you're ruining it more than I am. Not that that's bad, but you know, I think it's good to take this at face value of like what they're trying to do.
Hey, wait a second. What is that?
Oh, there's a new thing.
Love meter?
Yeah,
Whoa. I think that was actually the first game me and Ross made.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that Ross made. I have nothing to do with this freaky little trauma dump game. Ugh.
Okay, so she is a co.
Boom, then.
She is a
compose
co-creator.
yourself and take a look.
Yeah, it's weird. Like it feels like it's almost there, but I think the thing now is maybe I'm just sort of like spoiled in the sense of like I feel like a lot like the low volume quality makes it hard for me to sort of get into it. The weird window sizing, like it makes sense for a flash game thing, but you know what? It's my background. My background is just way too happy. I need a different background. I need something that strikes fear into my heart. I need something terrifying. Perfect. Perfect. Save this. Okay, we'll take this. We'll resize this bad boy using handy dandy GIMP. GIMP gang. Sorry, I didn't mean to say GIMP gang. I don't know, it's just chat's been saying it, so now I say it too. Okay, so we're using GIMP. I just make this my background image. Yeah, my handy dandy notebook. Exactly. Gonna do this. Yeah, the 8-bit sound quality fits it. It's there's just something about it. I don't know. This thing about that's like, it feels like I am close to being hit by it, but then I think it's just the way that the elements are and that I know what they are that it makes me feel less afraid of it. If that makes sense. It's hard to explain the feeling. New desktop background. I'm pretty sure I remember where the feet are, so I shouldn't lose it. So now I just do this. Perfect. Now we're in it. Now we're playing a horror game. Now this is a horror game. Perfect. That's good shit. See, like, if it was full screen, I wouldn't have to care about this. No. We don't have to play the Her Pet Shop anymore. So we have this. Go into love meter. You thought that was a dude that says I'm something of a scientist myself. It is. It is German. Hello, chat.
Damn, this thing is really glitchy. Lacey's eyes kind of freak me out.
Ow.
The
Everything
art style
hurt.
was
kicking.
so
Ow.
good. Find a way to break this one now. Maybe there was a clue in the last game, right? Since it's what unlocked this one.
Ow. Everything hurts. I will say, even though the effect does make it feel scary, because the effect is so strong, it also hurts my ears. Like, it's like it fits the vibe of the game and what it's going for. I'm just not used to the feeling of all this. But yeah, let's do a test. Test your love. Lacey, I. Terrible match. You're not made for each other. There's a clue in the last game. So we have to play the last game again? So if I go back to the last game, what's the clue in the last game for this game? Lacey has one of the most pet shops. Oh wait, she wanted a cat. Lacey and her cat, right? Lacey and the cat. Could work, but will take effort. What's the clue? What's the clue? A cat with striking personality. Here we go. Okay, so we do this. We need to find the clue that gets us there. Feels like you're back in the 2000s. Yeah, it is. It is roughly. I mean, it is based off of the idea of like flash games and stuff. I won't read your other message because, like, it's. I don't know why you said that. Streamer and chat. Okay, well, we know that that's a 0. Actually, it's changing slightly. Look, the background's breaking. It's playing out slightly differently from the first time we played it. Oh. Hey, what am I looking for? I don't know. You lost? I am. You lost? Kind of. Ego despicio mendacium. I've been watching you. Look around. What are you looking for? A vertebrate full of synapses, a succulent brain and moist fluids and blood. Moist in fluids and blood. You see it. Make me happy. No one loves me like he does. Input codes value Lacey and Uncle. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know if I like the way this is going. It is meant to emulate this idea of old Flash games, to be fair. Huh. That's a little creepy. What did her uncle do? Based on a series created by Ghost Hunter. Man, it's weird. It's like, it feels like it's 99% or maybe 90% of the way there. Maybe watching the video again and getting a fresh memory of it and thus spoiling the major pieces of it sort of ruins it. But at the same time, I am sensitive more to the sound because it's like, I have noise cancelling the headphones on, right? So anything that's like slightly jarring from the noise angle, like it actually does hurt your ears when it does that effect. It makes it like it almost pulls you out in a way, because it's weird in the way that it comes through when it's. Last night we played a game. Well, yesterday we played a game called The Moth Inside Me. Right, that game had very similar audio effects, but the audio effects in a way felt like they were much more subdued while still being more intense. Like it's like they didn't hurt you as much. Yeah, exactly. It's almost like the tone of the beat was hurting your ears. Yeah. So like I was in pain, and so it's like it's hard for me to focus on it. And then at the same time, I really like the way that it does that it handles the UI with the windows, because it plays around with like changing all the different windows and what they feel like. But then it sucks that everything is in the window, like, because then it's like, well, I see everything. I wish the game itself was full screen. And in a way, I wish that the window was a part of the window of the game. You know what I mean? Like it's... How do I say this? Like, we've played games before, like the hacking games, where there's like windows within the game itself that you can move around, but that don't leave your view. So you can like immerse yourself into it, right? And so you don't get the like... You don't see out of the corner of your eyes your desktop screen and Germa staring at you, right? Like it doesn't then all of a sudden take you out. But it's like the concept is still just as interesting. It's like you still want to know what happened to Lacey. So it's it's exactly what I wanted in the sense of like I want to know what happened to Lacey, right? I want to know why she's going through all of this, and now I want to know what the angle of what happened with her and her uncle is, because now we sort of get to see, okay, well, how deep does this go as a story, and how much does it relate to sort of experiences that I've heard from a number of people in my life as well, right? And at least the hints of somebody being trapped against their will by somebody in their life that's taking advantage of them, like that. There's a lot of interesting angles there, but but there's like annoying pieces to it. There's annoying pieces to it that make you go, ah man, like it just kind of like it hurts, and it doesn't really want to make you go into it. And then too, the audio quality, it is meant to emulate that feeling of being really old and stuff, right? But it's almost so unclear, so as to be farcical and annoying and difficult to parse. And you have to like focus really hard to understand what's going on, because so much of it is so muddy. And really the part of it that was interesting is that it's like muddy. But that part at least is the most accurate to Flash games of the time. Like Flash games of the time were really bad. Like if you ever play a Flash game that had voice acting, it was really, really bad. Like it was exactly as muddy as that, so it made sense. But yeah, the window management was a little clunky. It was a really cool concept, and I really do hope that they somehow make it full. I really hope that they flesh it out fully, because I think it, as a concept, as a mechanic, it works out well, especially with the way that they used it to show you scary things and stuff, right? Like I thought that was great. It's just, it feels like it's like 99% of the way there, and it just needs, to be fair, it's a demo, so it's going to be tweaked over time, right? But man, it at least did enough to make me go like, well, now I'm interested. Now I'm very curious what's like happening here. But yeah, that was a little frustrating to go through just because of all those weird things. But I really, really enjoyed that exploration and sort of like figuring out what is going on with this character. Because you see hints about what's going on with the character when you go through the pages, right? When you see like how they slammed that 9-year-old and said their art is shit. A, funny. B, okay, something's going on here. And then when you see what happens with the various characters around Lacey and how they sort of like treat her, and even like how the person who's guiding us through it sort of washes their hands of everything too. That's it. It hints at more, and but then also like that intro, like that other extra bit that like, again, the eventual downfall of every Flash game creator when they start to do self inserts. It was so jarring so as to take me out of it, right? Like it was so jarring so as to be almost fourth wall breaking in a way. It was like, I don't really know what I'm seeing here and how I should feel about it. And I wonder if it was better for the game to just drop you in as a collection of Flash games. Like, imagine you just open it up and you just see this like compilation of things. Well, I guess the problem then is like, if you're in the know, then you know what to expect, and so in a way the effect is lost on you. But then you would know how to navigate it. If you're not in the know, it can feel a bit like the creator of Frog Fractions. How when they made Frog Fractions 2, they found that people were mad at it because they didn't realize that the game was even there, and so it's like a lot of people didn't even realize that it was a real game. And they felt like the other game was like a whole different thing too. So it's like there's a real risk of, if you just drop people in, that you kind of leave people in this limbo state of them not knowing what to do, and everything falls apart, right? But in a way, that's sort of what you want from the experience. Like it's like when you see an old game like that, and everything about it is about finding these secret ways to play it, having a voice narrate to you. Maybe if you play the old game, you'll find something. Like, it sort of takes away the fun of exploring something that could be kind of cursed, right? This idea of having a cursed digital artifact for you to play around with. That to me is sort of, interesting. And it's sort of in a way, this is the weird part. The translation from the video series by Ghost Tundra into a video game that you play, the latter half was good of the demo. The former half was extremely different in tone to the point where I thought it was almost like a parody satire. And I wonder if it's just a problem that anything of this type would share. Again, I'm pretty sure Petscop would feel the same way. Like if you showed somebody Petscop and then somebody actually made a game based off of it and you played it and it was translated over, they'd probably suffer from the same issues of like, you know, maybe it's not as good as you thought it was, and maybe the mystery of it is the thing that compelled you, right? Not to say that this is not as good as it is. I think it's actually in a way better because I like the way that it hints at things. But I'm surprised that sort of the addition of that overarching story, which does bring it down, and then specifically the way that the windows work, like it's cool. It's also just very annoying to manage because you have to hide one window, show one window, nothing's resizable. Like there's a lot to be sort of annoyed of. But that was cool. Interesting experience overall. I'm glad we tried it. It's a good taste of what's to come, and I am curious to see what the rest of it is. Like I am actually excited for the rest of it because I still have a weird fascination with the mythos that it's building, right? But as to the execution, it's gonna need time for me for it to grow on me, especially with the addition of the self-insert. Like the self-insert narration, that's the part that gets me going like, I don't know if I can really stomach that for very long. So we'll see how it goes. But that was good. It's interesting how there's a cursed tone for things that's very distinct and seemingly more prevalent nowadays. Seemingly more prevalent nowadays? Well, how many other series do you know of that has this? Because I'm actually curious about that. Because I haven't really seen many things that seem to tackle that. Like there was an explosion a little bit around the Petscop era, but then beyond that, and like say Marble Hornets, most of them feel like they've died out and haven't really gone very far. But maybe that's sort of the appeal of it too, where it's not super well known, and so you get to just stumble upon it, and it's like a small niche community secret of like a fake, but maybe it's not fake, scary thing. I don't know. It would be interesting to sort of see that because I'm curious to see if you happen to know anything else, or like you happen to know any more of those things. So, but yeah, this was good. Lacey's Flash Game. I mean, the demo's out now. The video's on YouTube, the full playlist. You should check it out. Go to Ghost Tundra. It's their YouTube channel. But maybe don't check it out too much. Check the first two and just play the rest of it, because I think it'd be interesting to sort of play it through for yourself and experience it yourself, versus watching the videos that were made to like fake it, right? Not specific to video games, but weird videos. But it's interesting how the tones and sounds would make it feel cursed. Yeah. But that's what I mean. If you have any examples, please send them over. But yeah, it's very Silent Hill-esque. Everything just feels Silent Hill-esque. To be fair, I mean, I feel like Silent Hill has sort of invaded my brain.